Hello, everyone. I know it has been a minute, but I'm back for another car conversation. Listen, y'all, it was just way too hot for me to be sitting in a car. I was not trying to internally combust out here. So today's beautiful. Today's really nice. So I wanted to get a car conversation in. I was going to talk about, there's so much has happened, right? So much has happened literally just like in the past week. So I was going to talk about the Jackson water crisis. I was going to talk about Brett Favre, $77 million of welfare funds missing, the previous governor, what Tater is not doing. Governor Tater right now is not doing in Mississippi. But I'm going to put that into a podcast. There's a lot to unpack there. But I do want to say this because I have had some people, some citizens of Jackson, Mississippi, send me messages, and they really want people to know that they are getting charged ridiculous water bills when they do not have clean drinking water to drink, to bathe, to brush your teeth with, shower with, to cook with. They don't have access to clean water, or the water pressure is too low for them to really do anything. And then they're getting these exorbitant bills. Just like when the freeze happened in Texas, and the grid went down and people did not have, and people died also from that freeze. They received those $1,000 electric bills. Same thing is happening in Jackson, Mississippi. So I do want to say that because I promised I was going to say something about that and try to elevate that. I was also going to talk about the Purge Law. A lot of you send me information about the Purge Law. There's a great video that's posted on my social media about that. But in a nutshell, basically what that is another scare tactic on the conservatives' part. They want to scare you into believing that all these people are going to be let out on the streets. It's not about that at all. It's about low-level crime offenses, people that are in jail that haven't been convicted of anything, but they cannot get out of jail because they cannot afford the bail. That's what it is. It's about removing cash bail. Okay? So no one's letting murderers out. That is a farce. That is a lie. And yet another lie, another fear-mongering tactic that's being promoted by the conservative right. I was going to talk about the migrants. I was going to talk about the people from Venezuela who have come into this country seeking and did properly apply for asylum, being snatched up out of Texas and sent to Martha's Vineyard by a governor in Florida. I was going to talk about all that, which again, I'm going to put that into a podcast. There's a lot to unpack there. But what you should know, and I'm going to post this video on my social media, what you should know is that all this, for those Venezuelans who were sent to Martha's Vineyard, this might work out for them. Once again, Republicans did not think this thing through, and legally this could work out in those Venezuelans that were sent to Martha's Vineyard. It can work out in their favor. So there's that. I am going to put that into, there's a video I'm going to post on my social media, but also I'm going to talk about that in a podcast. Slavery being on the ballot. Okay. Some of you sent me information about that. In a nutshell, it is states. This is a progressive abolitionistic move, okay? This is not slavery that you're probably thinking of. This is states addressing the fact that in their state constitution, they still have language that provides exceptions for using prisoners as free labor. That's it in a nutshell. That's what's going on there. So they are trying to correct that issue. There are formerly incarcerated people that are very much in favor of these states doing so. Alabama, Vermont, I can't remember some of the others, states that are on there. It's on their ballot, but it's all about the language. So that you can't have people that are continuing to use these people who have been in prison for whatever they're serving their time, using them as free labor, because that was a component of slavery. But I'm going to talk about all those things, going to put them in the podcast. But what I really think is what we really need to urgently talk about right now is the fact that 45 is inciting violence again. Now,